Hey everybody, this is Dr. Connie here. Today I want to talk about the topic that nobody really talks about and something that has come to my personal attention when I was going through my struggles in the midst of my flare that I had, this mysterious flare that I had that is become a much more chronic than I'd like it to be, impacting much more than what I'd like it to impact in my life. And it really disrupted every area of my life, including my soul identity, and it really forced me to really reevaluate my life and what's truly important. But it also made me clearly see what is missing in our medical system or health and wellness system. And we're really missing the boat. So please listen. Let me tell you that you're not alone when I tell you when you feel alone, when everything seems to be falling away, how are you able to, or how are you supposed to muster up enough courage and motivation to keep going, right? When everything is telling you otherwise. Not only that, you've got this internal sabotaging tendency, which we call, or Dr. Amen calls, the ants, automatic negative thoughts, that's driving everything that you do, which inadvertently is causing physiological distress, adding to your inflammatory process. And it's the exact thing that causes autoimmunity, I strongly believe. So really listen up carefully, because here's our predicament. The truth is, autoimmunity can absolutely disrupt your life. No doubt about it, okay? It can affect your ability to function in your life, affecting your livelihood. It did for me. It can affect your relationships, your career, your future, education, financial stability, and really essentially your quality of your life. It affects your very identity of who you are or who you thought you were. And the problem also is that nobody teaches you what to expect and how to navigate your life with autoimmunity. Experts tell you it's an incurable disease, that it can be managed with medications. There are confusing, constantly and contradictory diets that seem to claim to help you to heal, only to leave you overwhelmed and hopeless because you don't know what to follow, which to follow, right? And so how do you start to feel better? Because all you want right now, if you're going through a flare, all I wanted is to feel better. What does that even mean? Well, I just want to feel better than I did yesterday. I just want to feel better than I do right now, without losing hope and courage when everything implies the dead end. Nothing seems to be getting better. And when you're hopeless and fearful, but are given a new diet, a supplement, or told to do this or that to help your condition, it does not translate into healing. It's another stressor in your life that you have to follow. So it only amplifies the gap between where you are to where you want to be, because you don't want to necessarily follow what somebody's trying to put down your throat. And that becomes very stressful. Okay. And when you don't want to follow it, you know what happens? You have silent talks with yourself, berating yourself about why you're not doing that thing. And you judge yourself. You have opinions, and then you start to resent, and there's a lot of shame, and there's defensiveness, and all the negative emotions come, and they become so amplified, and you feel so left alone. And so you're just in a toxic cesspool of thoughts, feelings, and actions that doesn't serve you, and you don't know how to get out of that. How do I know so well? Because I've been there multiple times, and I know you know. And a lot of the times we don't even know what to or how to ask for help, because we're so in shame that's where we are. And a lot of the times we can't even eloquently describe and express how we really truly feel. It's not something we were taught, right? So how do you find hope and courage in the midst of this powerlessness? The solution isn't another diet or the supplements and all the things that we think. We look to those things because the experts want to put that down our throat. Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, those things do matter. Food is medicine and all those things. But there's something that precedes what we do, because following a diet regimen is a behavior, right? It's something that we do. When we keep focusing on the doing, go exercise, I must, right? Then what the mind does is it doesn't want to do those things. And when it doesn't want to do those things and you slip and fall, then you start to berate yourself, and then you become the cause and you become the blame for why you're not getting better, and you berate yourself. And that kind of negative cycle of ants or automatic negative thoughts, that is the culprit to our autoimmunity. And I want you to understand that that's the underlying theme of your life. No matter how you look at it, that's how we got here. And we can't undo this monstrous symptomatic environment within ourselves by doing the same thing and thinking the same way. Really need you to switch perspective and think differently to drive you in another direction. So really, Alkaline Method Autoimmune program provides you with specific life tools to autoimmune patients to provide courage and hope. This is not something that anybody does on top of all the elements, essential elements of other parts of functional medicine and nutrition and all those things, so you can become ultimately self-empowered to heal. I want you to focus on becoming the self-empowered healer that you are, and really step into authentically being who you were meant to be. Because the only way to heal is to be self-empowered from within. There isn't anybody that can tell you. We can bring the horse to the water, but to drink the water is up to the horse, right? Same way. I can give you a fish or teach you how to fish so that you're set for life. And I'd much rather the latter, because in the points of the lowest points of your life, because autoimmunity is within you, and you have this tendency, that means we have higher risks for everything. You need to be able to navigate the cycles of life and the challenges that it presents, so you can master this mind and body and really apply the healing skills and tools that you need in a moment's notice to get you out of that funk. Autoimmune cell, remember, autoimmunity by definition is all about attacking our own cells. It's an inner war. It can only be fixed from the inside. So no amount of intellectual knowledge or the research that is being conducted will ever be exact science that your body may respond to. It may respond to, for one person, may not respond now. It may have responded 3 years ago. It may not now. I learned that the hard way. It does not work that way, our bodies, right? We have a progressive timeline on this body. And yes, age is irrelevant. It's everything you need to be doing at every moment to really go upstream and to really swim upstream by yourself without a clear-cut strategy to really save your energy and be smart about it and really know from somebody who's been down that like horrific path. It doesn't really help you to really apply what is theoretical knowledge, right? Our bodies are not black and white, you guys. There is no clear-cut answer for your symptoms. And a lot of the doctors are trained in pathology. And so they think autoimmune, it can go every which direction. The way they look at us and treat us is with a lot of fear, right? Because they don't know themselves. They hope for the best. And this is based on their theoretical understanding. But you know what? Autoimmune rebel that we are, we're the only ones who really know. We're the experts of our bodies. We know what's internally going on. And so all I can tell you is a good practitioner will be a mentor or serve as a mentor for you to guide the way so that you figure it out on your own, empowering you at every step of the way so you don't give up, as opposed to giving you the blueprint for success. It's not one size fits all, because we're all unique individuals with unique needs, with genetic dispositions or predispositions. We have individual experiences. We have exposures to different things, cultures. We have different conditioning and beliefs that we have to unbelieve. And we all respond differently. So self-awareness requires us to be more self-loving at the end of the day. And I just want to let you know that it begins with self-awareness and willingness to know thyself. And I really bring up the topics that nobody is willing to have, because unless you're a psychologist, just psychotherapist, or unless you're you can't talk about the mind stuff, You can't talk about nutrition unless you're a dietitian or a nutritionist, or you can't talk about physical movement unless you're a physical therapist or what have you, right? So we're left to connect the pieces of the puzzle on our own. And so as somebody who's done that and have experiences and educations and certifications and whatever you need to see in all these fields, I finally made it a career, my lifetime career, and my vision and my mission in this life is to create a world that really is conducive to healing, because every single one of us needs healing. Autoimmunity is on the rise for this reason. There's a lot of confusion and chaos out there. It's time to just stop with everything and really learn at the end of the day to listen to our bodies, because it's constantly sending us smart messages of what it needs and what is happening. And it's giving us constant alarm signals that we tend to ignore in lieu of somebody else's recommendations or in lieu of somebody else's lives. And we're busy envying and externally focused so much so that we've forgotten that we've not taken care of what's on the inside. And autoimmunity ensues from all these negative feelings that has yet to be metabolized. And healthy metabolism requires healthy detoxification. And detoxification is not just, doesn't happen in the way of foods. It's all the thoughts, the feelings, right? That lends itself to the actions. And the actions that you take must be aligned with the belief you have. And so, this do-it-yourself approach of healthy nutrition, what you believe that works for you, not sure it does, because you absolutely are going to need a coach, a mentor, somebody who stands by your side to connect the dots for you, to really guide you on the right path that is right for you, not right for me, not what I believe, not what I theoretically or what other experts theoretically understand it to be true. It's only a small piece of the bigger puzzle. You are the big, miraculous, big miraculous being that needs careful attention, and it needs a heck of a lot more than a diet and a supplement to get well. So it's all about synergetic effects of all the things coming together and finally deconditioning the things that we don't need in our lives and conditioning towards the things that we want, and really daringly, courageously stepping into who we were meant to be. So I want to just let you know that right now we're having a free healing training in my private Facebook group. It's Self-Empowered Healers. You can look for us in our Facebook or sign up with the link below. It's not too late to join us. It's a 7 days of step-by-step approach of me guiding you every step of the way. If this interests you, please sign up. I want you to also subscribe to my channel. If anything resonates with you, it helps to get the message across, because more of us needs to come together to empower, elevate, and evolve together, as opposed to get beaten down by autoimmunity. So if you enjoyed it, please leave me a review, connect with me, subscribe. It means the world to me. And thank you so much for watching me. And I hope to see you on the inside my training. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye for now.